A Tulsa man is biking around the world to help a runner break a world record. Details News on 6's Sawyer Bussey. This is the trip of a lifetime, and he isn't really in it for anything other than the adventure.
Struggle is something we might try to avoid. Brian Hoover is walking straight into it.
Hoping to bike around the world.
You heard that right. Brian Hoover will be biking with a wagon full of gear while Dustin Johnson tries to break a couple of world records running alongside of him.
From ocean to ocean across 4 continents. I think we'll have 4 flights, and then we'll take a boat from Australia to New Zealand.
This will be a year-long trip. The guys are planning on adventuring more than 16,000 miles.
And the way that it all got started, a guy reached out to me. He'd heard that I'd done the Pacific Crest Trail and kayaked the Mississippi. He attempted to run around the world 3 years ago in 2019. They didn't let him into Australia. I don't know if you remember all those wildfires.
Dustin's trying again, and Brian is along for the ride.
He'll be running around the world, and I'll be biking around the world if, all goes according to plan.
Brian has never bike packed before.
I was never a backpacker before I hiked the PCT, and I was never a kayaker before I kayaked the Mississippi, so.
Donations are making this trip possible. They have covered major expenses for the trip so far and will be donating funds to organizations revitalizing Turkey Mountain and building tiny homes for veterans.
As soon as we get over the Andes, I'll feel a lot better. I've learned that I like to struggle a little bit, If things are just too easy, you kind of get into a rut.
Some the thing about struggle. When you welcome it, it might just treat you well.
On these trips, it renews my faith in humanity. Every time some struggle comes along, someone comes by, and they're just more than willing to help.
Sawyer Bussey, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.